They always say you should never mix business with friends or family. So what I did instead was hired my best friends, my wife, and my parents. When I first started, the plan was for me just to do this business solo, but I was in college. My high school sweetheart and I got married in the middle of college. She was a professional photographer and videographer at the same time that we were getting into Facebook and Instagram ads. So all the time I'd be like, hey, do you think you could help me do this photo shoot and film this video? And so she's starting to make all these Cheers ads. I was still a student and she had graduated already. So I would then be going off to class and be like, hey, here's how you upload them into Facebook and Instagram and monitor the performance. And so long story short, she basically got sucked into Cheers. And obviously Cheers was growing really, really fast. We then aired on Shark Tank, all of that. I consider her really a co-founder in this business. In the early days, we had this product made at third-party manufacturers. They had all the certifications, all of that. We actually shipped the product to campus and we'd actually store it in an unused part of our dorm room. And then what we would do is we would take these packages over to the local USPS. First, it was like 2 or 3 orders a day, right? Then it became 20 and 30 orders, right? And so now you got this like big Costco contractor bags and you looked like Santa Claus with like 30 boxes. After another like 2 months, it became 200 or 300 orders per day. So next thing you know, we're like filling up the entire back of a pickup truck. And the USPS is like, you need to get a fulfillment center and we need to come pick it up from you. We're like, well, we're seniors at Princeton right now and we don't really have that, but we will in like a month. We made the decision to actually bring it in-house. And the reason is we ship it as a kit. We put lots of extra goodies and educational materials in it. Because this product's a little confusing, both in how to use it, where you just take 3 capsules after your last drink or before going to bed, as well as to how it works, how it makes you sleep better after consuming alcohol, why it's good for your liver, and how dehydration is not the main reason that you feel bad the day after drinking alcohol, that we would really have to educate people. And so my parents owned a convenience store when I was growing up. To run a retail business, you have to know where your inventory is, how much it costs. There's a lot of labor involved. My parents had just sold that store. I called them with a proposition. I said, hey, I don't know anything about building a warehouse or fulfillment center, but you guys have run convenience stores. I know we'll just be able to figure out how to do this. I ended up hiring my parents as a temporary type situation. They were actually fulfilling packages from our home in Kingwood, and the business grew very rapidly. Literally 18 wheelers were driving down the cul-de-sac. We'd have to be there, slice open the pallets. So that lasted for, I don't know, like 4 weeks until we found a warehouse. We started with 2,500 square feet, and then almost immediately we outgrew the 2,500 square feet and then bought the 3,000 square feet next to us. And now that location is able to process over 8,000 packages in a single day. We didn't like set out to like make it a family business. Like, we're venture capital backed. We're very professional. The goal is to make this a really, really big brand. The vision is to be the emergency of alcohol. What happened is that when the business is growing really fast, you're trying to get help any way that you can, and you kind of tap out your own network before you start hiring people that you don't know. Basically, our claim to fame is that we brought dihydromycetitin to the US, got a patent on the combination with dihydromycetitin and cysteine, and then commercialized it into this product right here. It's called Cheers Restore, and it is an after alcohol aid where you just take 3 capsules after your last alcoholic beverage or before going to bed to support your liver and feel better the next day. All of that sounds like a mouthful. Basically, if you drink alcohol, pop 3 of these pills. It's good for your liver. It'll make you feel better the next day.